Okay, so here's my thoughts about this here. So you have 50 Cent out there. He got his new book out there. He got a new book out there, and the audio book is great. I could tell that he was bored, quarantine. This dude literally wrote a whole book in quarantine. But he touched on a lot of noteworthy subjects. He touched on mainly Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo. And I agree with a lot of what he was saying about that. Like, he was saying that Banks' work ethic didn't match what he was bringing to the table. He felt that Banks was undermining himself by not partaking in Instagram and not really trying to expose himself, and it hurt his career. Same with Tony Yayo. He said that Tony Yayo was too reckless and too involved with the street way of doing things to not really evolve. But here's the thing that I gotta look at too with 50 Cent. How is it odd that 50 Cent fell out with almost everybody that almost dealt with him, except Eminem and Dr. Dre to a degree? He don't really rock with Dre like that, but M is the only one he rock with. But everybody else, Bang'em Smurf, Banks, Yayo, Buck, his son. It's like, dude, anybody that came up with him, he don't even really rock with no more. Game, even though I can understand that to a degree, but the problem with what happened with 50, and this is what happened with the entire G Unit. 50 treated them dudes as his little duns, instead of having them come across as their own men. Even 50 said in the magazine in XXL in 2004, ain't no nigga more valuable than me on G Unit. So you basically got these dudes looking like foot soldiers. Now, one thing you could say about Snoop and the Dog Pound, Snoop didn't make them dudes look small time to the public. Corrupt got his own platinum plaque. Corrupt got his own career. Daz got his own career. Superfly had his own career. Nate Dogg, the East Siders, Warren G, all these guys came out with their own and didn't have to rely on Snoop to basically lead them. They were their own men and they became their own stars. But 50, on the other hand, he had them dudes under his wing and he treated them like his little duns. And here's another thing that hurt them as well. They couldn't even get a lot of collaborations going because 50 pretty much alienated all of New York City. They couldn't get a feature from Raekwon, or they couldn't get a feature from Fat Joe or Jadakiss or these guys because 50 done dissed them all. He burned a lot of bridges over there in New York City. So it was hard for Banks and Yayo to really stand on their own because at the end of the day, if you're a solo act, you're going to need some support. And just the G Unit affiliation alone, that hurt them. Young Buck, he was able to get it going on because he knows the South support their own. But even that hurt him in the long run, the G Unit affiliation. So that's exactly what happened with this scenario here. Even though 50 was right about a lot of things, he got to take accountability too on based on how Banks and Yayo's careers done struck that out. So let me know what you guys think. This is King Eric the Great signing out. Be sure to check the show out tonight. We got my man Daniel Jordan in the building. So let's get it going.